Doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Brett Anderson is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, in his last outing, it was brief. Only 3 innings pitched and was tagged with a loss. Hopefully he'll be more effective in this one.
Jonathan Villar makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. And we're underway as the first pitch is a check swing, but a called strike, 0-1. EK, one of your old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they come in playing well. 6-3 over the last 9 ball games, including a victory last time out.
After the loss in the opener of the series, that was a much-needed win yesterday. So they can look to win this series and take 2 out of 3 if they can just take care of business here.
And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Well, Matt, I think you got to keep an eye on the Hebrew Hammer, Ryan Braun. He comes in among the National League leaders in batting average, so he's been handling a hot bat all year, and it'll be fun to watch him do his thing in this one.
And he'll squeeze this one for the second out. Ryan Braun will dig in. Currently 5th in the National League in batting to begin play.
And he has a top 5 on-base percentage as well.
We'll move forward now to the bottom of inning number 2. The pitcher, Brett Anderson, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Junior Guerra is going to come on now here in just the second inning, so he'll likely be asked to work a few innings here. We'll look ahead now and pick this one back up in the top of inning number 8. Eric Timms will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
0-1's the count.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Rondon pauses. Here it is on 0-1. Down the third baseline. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. That makes it a 6-2 game.
Well, this game isn't over yet, but they're at least able to tack a second run onto the scoreboard here. You never say never in this game, but this hole might be a little too deep to dig out of.
Ryan Braun will stand in to keep things going. And I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike one. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back.
Keeping him close.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. 2 runs, 6 hits. And no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Throw over to first. And a dive, but he's back. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Well, that's the kind of year it's been for this guy so far. Even when he gets fooled, he still finds a way to get an infield single out of it.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Travis Shaw checks his swing here on the first pitch, and it's 1-0.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. That evens it up 1-1. 1-1, here it comes. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Boy, no fear in that location. He just ramped up and threw it right by him.
Now a look and a throw back to second. Back in standing. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
Well, this is a scroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
And he got him, minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. So it's a run on 3 hits. Matt Caesar will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9. Leading off the inning, Jet Bandy, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Backhanded. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting,
Number 3 will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
Corey Knebel will stand in now, and hey, give these guys credit. They're not going down without a fight.
I'll tell you what, they're not too far away from making a game out of this one after all.
We'll get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 10, Kirk Neuenhuis.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Bryant is over, and he tucks it away for the 2nd out.
The batter, number 5.
Jonathan Villar makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Now a swing and a fly ball, and this should do it. And he'll put this one away without much trouble, and the Cubs have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
That's about as economical a save as you're ever going to find. He only threw 4 pitches, but they're enough to get the job done.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.